Welcome back to my Let's Play for Pokemon Emerald. And I have to admit, it's been a night for false starts, because this is like my, sixth attempt at recording this. I realized earlier that the camera, we got messed up when I was messing around trying to get to the back of my PC at one point, so I had to move it around, switch from how my, monitor is facing just a little bit, so I could, get all the Pokemon, in the background again. Or at least most of them. I mean, sure, you really can't see Eevee, because it's, stuck behind my head, sticking out of the bookshelf, but, it is what it is. At least we got Charmander and all of them back there, so, it's alright. Though I have been thinking about picking up the Gen 2 starters and retiring some of the ones I got back there. But I also learned something somewhat interesting. Apparently my strategy in Emerald with Sableye only worked as well as it did because when they remade Emerald, they expanded Brawly's team to 3 Pokemon, but they also changed the moves on Makuhita, which I might be mispronouncing, but regardless. And originally in Ruby and Sapphire, Makuhita had access to Knockoff, which, being a Dark-type move, actually could have hit Sableye, unlike, all of its fighting moves it had access to, in the Emerald game. It probably wouldn't have changed the outcome too much, because I would have been resistant. Actually, I think I would take neutral damage, right? Because Dark's effective against Ghost types, if I remember correctly. Maybe it would have changed the outcome. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm doubtful. It's not even very effective. I'm a bug type, and I'm pretty darn light. I mean, let's face it, water bugs are not usually particularly heavy. It's sort of like trying to use it on a whale lord. It's a lot of bulk, but not a lot of weight. Like seriously, whale lords are so light they can float. They're basically filled with helium. And yeah, I decided to slap a minion sticker on the back of my hand. And I decided to go with the one with the ball and chain on the ground. So I sometimes feel like I'm a prisoner of all the bad games I choose to play. But I always have a file on hand, I suppose, if I want to release myself. I don't have to play all these bad games I do sometimes. Skitty. You're quite adorable, but I have no use for you. So, goodbye. I mean, I suppose if I was doing a normal run, I could use Skitty. Though I'd probably get the one you can trade for the experience gain. Because I did use that one where I could basically use whatever I want and started using Baton Pass and Girafarig to basically set up a bunch of boosts so I can then wipe out the enemy with Delcat. Ah, darn, it's a Meryl. Well, I can only quick attack it. I hope we learn some new moves soon. Preferably better moves. Albeit in the long run, I'm not sure what we're going to do with this Pokemon. I mean, sure, I can learn stuff like Ice Beam and whatnot through, TMs, but it's not going to be very effective with them. Sadly, the one Pokemon that actually has a good move for boosting its special attack stat by 2 stages also has absolute crap when it comes to special attack stats, so yay. I can improve my special attack stat and have access to all these cool moves. Also, my special attack is so garbage, you'd have to buff me, through 2 or 3 times to actually get utility out of them. Yay. You do that, you're like, oh, I finally have normal power. If it takes you that much effort to get to, a normal level of base power for a Pokemon, of your level, you got problems. So yeah, I seriously don't know what we're gonna do there. I mean, my bug options aren't gonna be particularly good until maybe I get to the Safaris and can pick up, Pinsir and stuff like that, or Heracross. Because let's face it, Heracross is usually the savior of these bug runs. He just has the power. Maybe I should name him He-Man. By the power of Grayskull. So I suppose in this case it'd be the power of the exoskeleton. I have the power. Well, let's go rescue the Pokemon Peeko here. After all, I can't make my way to the next town without getting Peeko back. Oh yeah, I should probably grab that item. Oh no, I've never been particularly fond of Wishmer. I mean, sure, it's a normal type, so if I did a normal run, I could use it, but at the same time, it just seems so boring. It's a Pokemon that, is very loud and annoying and doesn't like loud noises. Definitely couldn't hang with me. I like to keep the radio up way too loud. Well, this way, I guess. Oh, I'll come and get some. Jeez. You remind me of my brother's, Mud. Well, not really. I guess Rosette is more considered the family dog, but when she was a puppy, you know, not even a puppy, when we got Collie, well, my brother did, he got a kitten. The kitten would constantly pick on the dog, and Rosette would, like, growl and bark at it, but constantly back away. Like, you're not gonna impress anyone if you give ground, you know? Like, that's the worst thing you can do. Like, it's time for a fight. Now let me, cede all ground to you, you know? And prepare myself for running away. With my back turned. Bubble again. Whew, about to say, if that missed, I was probably going to have to do the switch out. And I'm not sure who I'd really want to switch in. Yeah, I suppose it did. Your career in crime did not last very long, as you're a terrible trainer. Yeah, just give me the Devon goods. At least the hostage. Jeez. My question is why you think it was a good idea to take a Wingull hostage anyway. Like, seriously, they're a dime a dozen. You can find hundreds of these things. And they're not even that great. Though I suppose that's just because I remember how much trouble I had with Watson whenever I do a flying run this game. Like, you get there and you're like, oh, Shockwave. Great. Ironically, I was hoping I could have an easy time with Watson by using Shed Ninja, you know, because Electric Gym Leader, but no, his Voltorb has Rollout. Darn. Well, I suppose I could use Shed Ninja to take out the other two members of his team. After all, I'd be invulnerable to, you know, like Thunder Shock and Sonic Boom. So I can easily just sit there slowly tearing it to pieces. Darn you, Bug Catcher. Tough. I'll be the judge of that. Let's see what you got. Is anything good? A Wurmple? You think that's tough? You haven't even evolved it into a Cascoon or Silcoon. I mean, come on. This is just insulting. Well, give it another bubble. Oh, sorry, I had some ice in there. Did not intend to swallow that initially. Well, this isn't going to be hard. Albeit his is probably slightly higher level than mine. That's not saying a lot, though, because I really haven't bothered with leveling up, you know, Ninkata. Yeah. Our ninja is still only level 6. I guess we'll give it a chance to get a little experience. I might just do the switch out, though. Scratch. Yeah, this is not gonna work in my favor. Pokemon. You have, psychic attacks, right? Yeah, confusion. Okay, switch. I always get that confused when it comes to Dustox and Beautifly, because I always think of, Butterfree when it comes to Beautifly for whatever reason. And Butterfree gets access to confusion. Which is why you can use it against, Brock, especially if you combine it with Sleep Powder. Although that's not as effective in the later gens because Sleep doesn't have, you know, that one-turn Sleep Clause. Like in Gen 1, you basically can chain Sleep and completely irritate your opponent. Especially if you got something like Parasect. I mean, if you actually could speed up Parasect to something, you know, respectable, it'd probably be terrifying in Gen 1. Especially with access to stuff like Swords Dance and Slash. Albeit critical hits cancel out the effects of Swords Dance, damn it. Oh yeah, I guess I very probably should return these. Yes, I'll take the Great Ball. And now we have to go talk with his boss. Yeah. Can you just please let me go? Yeah, I guess I can do that. Darn it, he won't let me leave yet. And I gotta get Bug to have a Pokénav. I don't even want the damn thing. Yes, Mr. Stone, who's always stoned. It's got an appropriate name. Steven, huh? Steven Universe? Well, I guess we gotta deliver to someone that's half alien. Not sure how I feel about that. After all, why can't you send his mail to normal people? Yeah, I know, I don't really mean any of that, but seriously. Why do we get stuck, being the mail service? Don't they have a post office in this universe? Like, you kids deliver this letter for me, like, don't you have a delivery, man? Like, why are you putting on me to deliver your letters for you? Why would you trust a random kid to do that for you anyway? You imagine doing that in real life, like trusting some random kid to deliver mail for you? I imagine even most newspapers, like, do we really want to have, a 13-year-old going around delivering newspapers? Are we sure we can trust them, deliver the Saturday issue early in the morning? I mean, those little brats, they really want to get up that early? I mean, I even have a hard time getting myself up at like 4:30 in the morning nowadays. Really don't want to be up that early. Oh, I can't fight you in this one? Okay. In Emerald, you got the option of, battling him here. If you want. Admittedly, I'm probably better off not battling him. After all, my team is pretty bad. Let's face it, bug Pokemon are not legendary for their, strength for the most part. There's some good ones, but there's so many bad ones. Yeah, I do. I have a letter delivering Dewford. Yes, let's set sail, right? So as that'll end up doing for this episode. I'm hoping I can get, a decent amount of these recorded tonight. Albeit that's probably going to end up depending more on how long it takes to get various episodes done, and as well as the editing time. Because eventually I want to switch over to working on some Nintendo DS stuff like Infinite Space and whatnot. And get some RPG Maker projects caught up. Ugh. Like I said, this will probably do for this episode, though I guess I can go snag Flash real fast. Just because, it's right here in the Granite Cave. Yep, so it'll give us Flash. Now, will I use it? I have no idea. I mean, it would be to my advantage to use it, but at the same time, I don't have to use it. I've navigated in the dark before. Until next time, then. See ya.